5, 4, 3, 2.
Crank it, Jerry.
Welcome to Into the Wild, the official podcast of the Washington Wild Pigs.
What do you hear? What do you say?
It's the best sports podcast in the world. Wait, is that true?
If you're committed enough, you can make any story. I once convinced a woman that I was Kevin Costner, and it worked because I believed it.
Now, here's your host, Kyle Dawson.
Did you get the popcorn?
Back on the Wild Things Baseball Network for our post-game show and our Into the Wild podcast highlights. So there are not many today. Zach Kirby was excellent for the Wild Things. So was the Gateway pitching staff today. And shutting out Washington for the third consecutive meeting between these two teams. Washington has not scored in 25 innings against this Gateway Grizzlies pitching staff. Oh boy, did they come close a couple of times tonight. Had the bases full twice. We'll tell you about as we go on throughout our recap of the contest tonight. But they come up, a couple of feet one way or the other there for Ovias. He uncorked it to center field, but it was right at Cole Brannon. And with the bases full, Ovias' line out ends the contest. Weinberg's an inning with 2 walks and a hit in the inning. It was Andrew Check. No runs, 1 strikeout. And Weinberg's, by the skin of its teeth, picks up his 6th save of the year to win it for the starter Hill, and his professional debut will go to 1-0. Let's go through the scoring and kind of a game recap, given that we've only got 1 run in the contest. The first 2 innings went scoreless. In fact, the first 2.5 innings went scoreless. Caleb Hill around a bases-loaded jam in the second inning. They were loaded with 2 outs, so no big deal. Carson Clowers bounced into a fielder's choice to end the threat in the second. In the bottom of the third, Gateway got a 1-out bunt single from Cole Brannon. On an 0-2 pitch to Abdiel Diaz, Brannon would take off toward second, and a double by Diaz into the left field corner with that extra couple of steps allowed Cole Brannon to score in a bang-bang play to throw a little bit late at home plate to make it 1-0. Washington would get another runner on in the third, got a couple of runners in the 4th inning, but a double play ball ended that threat. Had a runner on in scoring position in the 5th inning after a 1-out single and a ground out that moved Clowers to second. Then faltered a bit, but in the 9th inning, a 1-out double by Andrew Check. The walk to Wagner LaGrange made it first and second. Evan Berkey would run for Check. It would make it first and second for Washington. A fielder's choice by Tommy Caulfield would get the second out of the inning at second and make it runners on the corners before Ricardo Sanchez drew a walk, hitting for J.C. Santini. That would load the bases for Alex Ovias, but on a 3-1 pitch and a good pitch to hit. And man, did Ovias put a good swing on it. He lined out to center field to end the threat for Washington and end the ball game in victorious fashion for the Gateway Grizzlies. It was a really well-pitched ball game today. The winner is Caleb Hill. He goes 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and no runs in his professional debut to go to 1-0. The loser is Zach Kirby. Despite how brilliant Kirby was today, he suffers the loss to fall to 3-2. 7 innings, 4 hits, a run earned, 5 strikeouts, a walk, and a hit batter. His 4th consecutive quality start for the Wild Things, but it is in a losing effort today as he just didn't get any run support for the second time this year against the Gateway Grizzlies. Ryan Munoz worked a scoreless 8th inning, a 1-2-3 frame with a strikeout of Diaz to end it, and his Wild Things debut. but Washington just couldn't get it done offensively today, and these games are going to happen. It's just really, really weird that Washington has now lost 9 games this year. 3 of those are by shutout, and they've all come to the Gateway Grizzlies. Washington has not scored since the 8th inning of the ball game against Gateway on May 24th. They've now played them 4 times and have been shut out in the last 3. A 1-0 final today in Sauget to wrap this one up. Gateway gets the win to go to 17-10. Washington falls to 18-9 on the young season. And across the league, some finals. Tri-City beat Evansville 9-2. Ottawa over New York 4-3. Joliet edges New England 5-3. Windy City is just about to beat Florence 12-2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Trois-Rivières beats Sussex County 8-1. Quebec over New Jersey 13-1. It is in the 9th, tied at 3 in Schaumburg, 3-3. Lake Erie and Schaumburg the score there. And the final here, Gateway 1, Washington 0. The middle game of the series is tomorrow, scheduled for 10:45 a.m. Central Time. You'll wake up with us. It is a afternoon matinee back on the East Coast, 11:45 Eastern Time, first pitch. We will be on the air just about 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 10:30 Central, here on the Wild Things Baseball Network, as the Wild Things and the Grizzlies go after it again, and hopefully it'll be a different outcome for the Washington offense, but a really, really well-pitched ball game tonight that sees Zach Kirby suffer a tough luck loss, and Caleb Hill certainly earned his first professional win today. Weinberg's a bit shaky, but picks up his 6th save of the year for Gateway. Tomorrow, Malik Barrington makes the start for Washington, 2-2 with .626 against Colin Sullivan, who was really good his last time out, 2-2 with a .491 earned run average on the 2024 campaign. Like I said, we'll be on the air 11:30 Eastern Time for the 11:45 Eastern Time first pitch tomorrow morning. We'll talk to you then on the Wild Things Baseball Network. For now, we appreciate you being someone who served it on the Wild Things Baseball Network. 1-0 the final, back tomorrow for the middle game of the 3-game series in Sauget on the Wild Things Baseball Network.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.